Hey everyone! Hey, it's Shannon Galladay and I'm back home in California. So we are back. We had an amazing trip in Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic. So I can't believe a week ago, last Wednesday, we were in Punta Cana. And so now we're back. We're here back home with our kids, and it's so fun. We had a great vacation and feeling relaxed and rejuvenated and ready to go. So I wanted to just talk. This is kind of a random video about climbing a rope. So first of all, I want to talk about why I've been climbing a rope, and then just share just kind of some things I've learned from climbing this rope, which is kind of crazy. So hi everyone, if you're watching live or watching the recording, I'd love to say hello. So go ahead and post in the comments, just say hello if you're watching live or watching the recording. I'd love to say hello. Maybe say where you're from, just see where you're tuning in from. So I'm here live. I'm in California, just here in my home office. And oh hey Connie, great to see you. Oh, it looks like Corinne and Amy. Hey guys, great to see you. So welcome if you're tuning in live or watching the recording. So first of all, why am I climbing this rope? Well, if most of you, if you know me, I run half marathons. I've run one full marathon and I've run several half marathons. I love running. I've been running since high school, so I've been running for years, and I absolutely love training and running races. So a friend of mine asked me if I wanted to run, it's called the Spartan Race. If you've heard of a Spartan Race, just say, yes, I've heard of a Spartan Race in the comments. I'd love to hear, who else has heard of a Spartan Race. So basically a Spartan Race is this big obstacle course race. Like you climb ropes, you do monkey bars, you climb, you climb over walls and just do all of these obstacles. And it's really, hey Tank, awesome, that's great. So glad to hear someone else has done it. So yeah, so it's like this huge obstacle course race, where it's really challenging physically and mentally as well. So I was all set to go to do this race with my friend, and then my friend got injured. She's actually having surgery tomorrow on her shoulder. So I was sad to hear, she's having surgery. And at the same time, I was kind of like, maybe I won't do the race because, I am more of a runner, not really an obstacle course person, right? And so anyway, I met someone else, and then I knew someone else running the Spartan Race. So I talked to my friend, and hey, great to see you. And so she was like, oh my gosh, I can help you. I've done Spartan races before. I can train you. I'll find a rope. I'll find a wall. Hey, Melissa, great to see you. So she's like, I'll find a rope, I'll find a wall. And I was like, okay, I guess we're going for it. And then one of my other friends, wanted to jump in as well. And so a few weeks ago, we started climbing this rope and jumping over walls. If you've seen me, I posted some videos. And so it's been pretty crazy, doing all of these things. And today, back from our trip, back from the Dominican Republic, and we went and we climbed this rope. And so another thing, while we were in the Dominican Republic, we went zip lining. And, that's another one of my fears is zip lining. If you've done zip lining, say yes, I've done zip lining. So anyway, we were doing zip lining in the jungles of the Dominican Republic. Like, you basically climb through the jungles, and then there were 10 different zip lines that you're going down. And, talk about overcoming your fears and going for it. Like, it was pretty amazing to be able to, go through the jungles in the Dominican Republic, going through these zip lines. And so I felt like when I came back from that trip, I, had overcome some fears. And so, yeah, scared of heights. Yeah, no kidding. This was pretty crazy. going through the zip line. So anyway, so today I'm climbing this rope, and it's in a barn. Like the barn is pretty high, and then, you know, you're climbing up the rope and looking at the top. And I remember the first time, just a few weeks ago, when I first started climbing the rope, like seriously made it like one climb, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe I'm climbing this rope. This is scary, you know. Like I used to climb ropes when I was in gymnastics. I was a gymnast growing up, and it's been years. I mean, now I have 3 kids. I have a 7-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 1-year-old. And so it's just, you know, I don't know, when you become an adult, you kind of get all these fears and you become scared of things. So I had to build confidence. I had pretty good strength because I do, you know, I'm pretty good at working out. So I was doing climbing it, and I was making it a little bit more each time. And then today, when I went for it, I just looked at the top and just went, and I just climbed, and I just made it to the very top of the rope, and it was amazing. It was the most amazing feeling to not just make it to the top, but to overcome the fears it took to climb this rope to the top. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to share my experience, because I think a lot of times as adults, we put these fears on our minds, you know, like we kind of, I don't know, I did, you know, where you don't believe that you can do things anymore. I'm 36 years old, and, you know, I just stopped believing that I could do these hard physical things. And so, 3 things that have helped me to overcome some of my fears and some of my doubts, to, you know, not just climb this rope and jump over walls, you know, but to just overcome some fears and some doubts that I think everyone has, you know, whether you're scared of heights or you're scared of something bad that might happen. You know, I know for me, when I was climbing that rope, like the first thought is, you know, what if I fall? You know, say yes if you've ever had any thoughts like that, like what if I fell? What if I fall doing anything? And I think a lot of times we have that fear where, like, what if we fell? What if we fall? And it holds us back from doing things in life. And so instead of having that thought, I switched it around and said, what if I succeed? You know, what if I succeed? What if I actually make it to the top? What if I actually do it? And just, you know, switching those thoughts from fearful thoughts to hopeful thoughts. You know, and of course, like, you know, you have to build up the strength and endurance to do something like this. But I had the strength, I had the endurance, I had the strength. I just didn't have it here. I didn't have the belief that I could actually do it. And when I let go of those fears and doubts, I made it to the top. So I just wanted to share just 3 things. 3 things with you guys. If you're struggling with anything, you know, like overcoming any fears or doubts or limiting beliefs. So number 1 is to realize what you're afraid of. You know, I know one thing, I was really afraid of moving. I am from Utah, and I never wanted to leave. I wanted to get married, and I wanted to live in Utah, and I didn't want to leave by my family. And, you know, since I've gotten married, we've lived in 3 different states, and we've moved our family a lot. If you've been following me, we moved about, you know, we lived in 6 different homes in 3 years in 3 states. And, you know, that was scary for me too. So anytime we have any of these fears and doubts, we can overcome them and become stronger from them. So number 1 is just kind of realizing what the fear is and facing it, you know, facing what that fear is and letting go of the fear. Because when we let go of the fear, then we can become stronger and we can become better. So the second thing is, you know, starting to do things outside of our comfort zone. And, you know, one of the mentors that I've been learning from, just a business mentor, she says, you know, going outside of our comfort zone, like going out to eat at different restaurants, listening to different music, meeting new people, reading different books. Like, you know, when we're doing things that are different in our life, then it stretches us and helps us to grow. And then, let's see, the last thing is, is just to go a little bit further. So today in my workout, the trainer, he was saying, you know, when it gets hard, then that's where the real work starts. When it gets hard, that's when the real work starts and you go further. And I thought that was really good, because a lot of times when it gets hard, most people quit because they're like, oh, it's too hard. You know, like with the rope, I could be like, it's too hard. I don't think I can do it. The real work starts when it gets hard, and then you can just go a little further and you can make it. And it's just amazing what you can do when you push yourself outside of that comfort zone, you know, physically and mentally. Just some amazing things happen. So anyway, I hope that was helpful for you, because I've been working on, you know, overcoming a lot of doubts and a lot of fears just personally, and I just wanted to share some of those things with you. So if that was helpful, I would love to hear your feedback. You know, I'm starting to do more videos, so I'd love to hear your thoughts and your feedback on, you know, I'm just sharing some things that have helped me, and so I'd love to hear if they're helping you as well. So I hope you have a fantastic rest of your night, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.